So hi and welcome to me, Jennifer Valentine-Miller, on the Jennifer Valentine-Miller Show on PRZ FM 109.2. So we are a day away from Valentine's Day, meaning it was the other day, but that shouldn't stop us from seeing this month as a month of love, as a month to love ourselves, love our community, and love each other. So if you don't mind if I just share a couple of segments, around about 4 segments, from C.S. Lewis's The Four Letters. To love at all is to be vulnerable. Love anything and your heart will be wrung and possibly broken. If you want to make sure of keeping it intact, you must give it to no one, not even an animal. Wrap it carefully, round it with hobbies and little luxuries. Avoid all entanglements. Lock it up safe in the casket or coffin of your selfishness. But if that casket, safe, dark, motionless, airless, it will change and it will not be broken. It will become unbreakable, unpenetrable, and irredeemable. To love is to be vulnerable. He says, friendship is unnecessary. Like philosophy, the art, it has no survival value. Rather, it's one of those things which give value to survival. In friendship, we have chosen our peers. In reality, a few years of differences in the dates of our births, a little more miles between certain houses, the choices of one and university instead of another, the accident of a topic being raised or not raised at a final meeting. Any of these chances might have kept us apart. But for a Christian, there are many, strictly speaking, no chances. A secret master of ceremonies has been at work. Christ, who said to the disciples, "Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you," can truly say to every group of Christian friends, "Ye have not chosen one another, but I have chosen you for one another." The friendship is not a reward for our discriminating and good taste in finding one another. It is the instrument by which God reveals to us the beauties of others. Love in community is a central theme in Christian theology, emphasizing the importance of love as the foundation of relationships with the body of Christ. It is the expression of God's love through believers, fostering unity, support, and spiritual growth. The New Testament frequently addresses the concept of love as a defining characteristic of Christian communities, urging believers to embody love in their interactions with one another. So now going to biblical foundations in relation to the month of love, tells us that the Bible presents love as the greatest commandment and the essence of God's nature. In Matthew 22:37-39, Jesus summarizes the law of the 2 commandments. Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment. And the second is to love your neighbor as yourself. This directive establishes love as a core principle guiding Christian conduct. The Apostle Paul further elaborates on love in the community in 1 Corinthians 13, often referred to as the love chapter. And he describes love as patient, kind, and devoid of envy or pride, emphasizing its enduring nature. Love never fails in 1 Corinthians 13:8, and Paul underscores that without love, all spiritual gifts and acts of service are meaningless, as it says in 1 Corinthians 13, 1-3. Unity and harmony is part of the expressions of love in the community. And love fosters unity amongst believers, as seen in Ephesians 2:4, 2-3. But completely humble and gentle, be patient, bearing with one another in love. Make every effort to keep the unity of the Spirit through the bond of peace. Love acts as a glue that holds the community together, promoting peace and understanding. And you can express love in the community through service and sacrifice. Loving community is demonstrated through acts of service and self-sacrifice. It says in John 13, 34-35. Jesus commanded his disciples, "A new commandment I give you, which is to love one another as I have loved you. So you also must love one another. By this everyone will know that you are my disciples, if you love one another." This love is characterized by selflessness and as a willingness to serve others. Well, it simply reflects Christ's sacrificial love. So I hope you enjoy the rest of the show, which will be encouraging, more encouragement and support for our community during this month